Hello and welcome to Cass's Cards. I am Cass and these are my cards. So today we welcome in Saturday, August 26th. The moon has moved from Sagittarius and is now residing in Capricorn. So you might be feeling a little bit more grounded, a little bit more to yourself, maybe even trying to pursue some of those goals and be hard at work today. So let's go ahead and say a little prayer here. Guardians of the four corners, Mother of the earth, Father of the sky, angels, ancestors, and sacred ones, we call on you and welcome you here and now. If you're here, welcome. This is my plain Jane tarot card reading. It does not matter what sign of the zodiac your sun, moon, rising, or any other planet was when you were born. If you are here, there is a message for you. Whether you choose to hear that message is your choice and your choice alone. So, another thing, just a reminder, just like I did, you can go ahead and purchase a tarot card deck online, in a store, wherever your little heart desires. So that is one thing to keep in mind, okay? This is considered a game because it is a deck of cards with some pictures on it. So, the advice you hear today, the messages you hear today are to be taken with a grain of salt. And if I were to make a recommendation, I would recommend pink Himalayan salt with some honey and some lemon and some filtered water. So, that is that. Let's go ahead and see what the cards have to say, shall we? What are the messages for us today, please? God, angels, thank you. What messages do you have for us today, please? I guess we'll start with that card that fell out first. Oh, what? We've got the Empress in the reversed. So in the upright, the Empress, she is like the ultimate mother figure of the entire tarot deck. She is a nurturer. She cares, she loves, she adores things, she nurtures things. She does everything with her whole heart. She is creative. She is resourceful. I don't know why my light just turned on, but it did. So, a little light show for you. The Empress in reverse is trying to tell us that you might be a little too overbearing and smothering your kids or your family or your close friends at this time, okay? You might be trying to overbear them and smother them with your love a little bit too much. Maybe you need to take a step back. Make sure you're not being a little too controlling, okay? You might be having some control issues with her in the reverse. Maybe you're putting your efforts into the wrong areas of life. Maybe, you're putting too much emphasis on the wrong people. Maybe you need to move your focus to something else. Maybe focusing too much energy, exerting too much energy on the wrong people is blocking you from moving forward in something else. You might even be having issues with your own mom, with your own mother. Your kids might be having issues with you. Okay, just take a step back, reassess things, and let the people around you, give them some room to breathe, okay? What other messages do you have for us, please? What other messages? Oh yeah, you're reminiscing. You're trying to reestablish your connection with God. You might be having some mama drama, okay? Woo! Let's see. Thank you, angels. Thank you, God. You are speaking quite loudly today. Let's see. Okay, so we got the Six of Cups and the Hierophant. This is next to the Empress in reverse. No, it is telling me you probably are having issues with your kids, or you're having issues with your mother. Maybe you're having some childhood nostalgia, childhood drama come up, and it's bringing some mama issues to the light here. Okay, maybe there's some things you need to work on, and forgive your childhood self. Why does this light keep coming on? Oh, this is strange. Okay, time to unplug. Let's see what happens if I unplug it. I literally don't understand why my ring light, I had shut it off, and that's the second time it is just like chose to turn on all by itself. So we're just gonna unplug it and see if that fixes the problem. If it comes on again, then we know God is trying to tell us something. Anyway, I like to take that as a sign that what words are being communicated right now are correct. So, maybe it's the advice I need to take for myself. We will see. But in any event, I think that maybe you need to forgive your childhood self right now and reestablish your connection to God. You may have issues with your mother. You might be the mother that's having issues with your children. Okay. Your children might be trying to grow more independent, and you might be just being that helicopter parent, constantly up in their business, not giving them any privacy, not giving them any room for growth. Take a step back, relax, and remember that children need their own space too. Children need their own independence. Children need to make mistakes in order to learn from their mistakes. If you don't give them room to make mistakes, if you're constantly controlling them and, demanding them to be these perfect little angelic children, and you don't allow them to make mistakes, when they grow, when they hit the real world, what are they going to do when they have confrontation? It's not all, living in rose-colored glasses all the time. Children need to know what it's like to be hurt. Need to know how to cope with those feelings. Need to know that life is about making mistakes and learning from them. Life is about failing and about learning from that. And learning how to handle the situation. You can't have control over every single situation you live with. And again, this might be some kind of ancestral trauma that you're recognizing needs to be overcome within generations of your bloodline. Mama makes the rules. Mama knows best. You do everything Mama says, and life is going to be great for you. You're going to grow up to be a people pleaser and do everything perfectly and live happily ever after. But then guess what? When you make a mistake and things aren't going perfect and you have to address confrontation, what are you going to do about it? Are you just going to hide from it? Are you just going to crawl behind the rocking chair and cry? Or are you going to stand up to it? Are you going to confront your shadows? Are you going to confront your failures and say, okay, lesson learned, I'm moving on? This is, I think, a lot of self-healing. This might be a counselor or a priest or somebody who you can go and talk to who's going to help you reestablish your connection with God. Reestablish your connection with yourself, with the universe, with Source, with your angels, with whatever your spiritual connection is. This could be anybody coming in to help you reestablish that connection with yourself. Wow, I don't know where all this is coming from, but it's coming out. Messages are coming out strong. Alright, so then we also got, this is very interesting, the Four of Swords, the Four of Cups reversed, and the Nine of Swords. Y'all are feeling the feels. You're being told to rest right now. You need to really settle yourself down, really think logically about some things, and put your mind to rest for a little bit. Okay, this guy, he's got those four swords there. He knows what it's like to battle. He knows what it's like to go to war. But he also recognizes that if he's going to be the strongest self he can be, the bravest, strongest soldier, he needs to rest. He needs to relax. He needs to recuperate. He needs to shut his mind off for a little bit, right? That's what I think this spiritual connection you're establishing is asking you at this time. Is to relax, reset, recuperate. Alright? So then we've got the Four of Cups in the reversed. Okay, in the upright, he's bored. He's turning away that cup. But in the reverse, you might need to revisit some decisions you've made in the past. Maybe there's some forgiveness that you need to make here in order. There's something that's absolutely driving you crazy and keeping you up at night. You might be having some crazy ass dreams about your childhood or about your family or about your mother. There's something that's not, it's preventing you from resting. Okay? Maybe you should just, I don't know if you've ever seen that movie, Yes Man. I think it's with Jim Carrey. Maybe you just need to start saying yes to some opportunities that you originally were like against and saying no to. Maybe you need to just stop and meditate and be still and really contemplate your decisions right now. Your choices that are being given to you. Okay? Make sure you're not being overly defensive, and make sure you're not having too much anxiety. I think that what this is saying right here is you really need to reestablish your connection with your spirituality. You need to really learn how to relax and rest your mind and your heart and your soul. Realign your chakras, meditate, maybe go do some Reiki healing. Really get back to your center. Really get back to yourself. You're having like tremendous anxiety about something. Maybe it is your mom. Maybe it is your kids that's giving you this anxiety. Maybe this is just what you knew your entire life. You're having anxiety knowing that's not the way it needs to be. Okay? Whatever your question is, whatever you're worried about, whatever it is keeping you up at night, you need to work out what's making you feel that way. What's holding you back? What's blocking you? You might just be feeling totally alone and isolated right now. Maybe you want emotional support from your mother that you're not getting. Maybe you want emotional support from your kids that you're not getting. Maybe you're being overly emotional and not regulating your emotions. Maybe you were never taught as a child how to deal with your emotions. But you're seeking spirit, you're seeking rest. You're realizing that things you've turned down, maybe this, this is somebody that has a divine connection. Okay, like I said, it could be a counselor, a priest. Maybe they have recommended treatments that you've been against this whole time, and it's time to reconsider it. Maybe they're telling you you need to, change the way you've always been doing things. Maybe they're telling you you need to take better care of yourself. Maybe they're telling you you need to start journaling. Maybe they're telling you you need to start exercising. Maybe they're telling you you need to start taking more breaks at work. Maybe they're telling you you need to establish a more open relationship with your children. Maybe they're telling you you need to set more boundaries with your mother. Maybe they're telling you you need to get medication for your anxiety or for your depression. Whatever it is, you're finally considering it. You're finally realizing you need to really relax and think about this. And maybe you've been saying no for too long, and now it's time to say yes, to get help for your anxiety, for your worry, for your sadness, for your isolation, to break out of this. As humans, we're meant to be social creatures. Taking time to go within is okay, but isolating yourself, doing it for weeks, months, years at a time, that's not healthy. It's time to really just stop feeling guilty or shameful about yourself and really focus on what you truly want to do. You're the only one who can choose that. You're the only one who can change that. So what is the advice you have for us, God? What is the advice? What is the advice for us? We've got 9 of Cups. So if you want to go, thank you, God. If you want to go for true happiness, true bliss, you have it. But you still feel like something's missing. There is something missing. This guy, look at him. He's happy as can be. Little pudgy pie he is. Sitting there drinking from all 9 of those cups. But the 10th cup is missing. Okay? Look at him. He's so happy. He's full of joy. And, he has the pleasure of sitting there on his little stool with all of that gold, all those gold cups. Okay? But there's something missing. This is the time you need to focus on what you want. And to be loving of yourself, guilt-free. Take care of you. Do what you need to do that's going to bring you happiness. Indulge in self-love. And don't feel guilty about it. Don't feel shame. Don't worry about what other people think. Doesn't matter what other people think. Do what's going to make you happy. You might have someone who's going to show up in your love life in the near future if you're single. Okay? This could be friendship. This could be work even showing up. Whatever it is that you are wishing for is showing up. Recognize it and be grateful for it. You've been on the defense for too long. For too long you've had your guards up. For too long you've set boundaries for yourself. Setting boundaries is a great thing. But are you being so defensive that you're shutting everyone out and intentionally isolating yourself? You can't get new love coming into your life if you're the one choosing to isolate yourself. And if your walls are up too high. Okay? You gotta let those walls down a little bit. Calm yourself down. If you're feeling exhausted, take time to rest. If you're feeling overwhelmed, take time to rest. If you need help, ask for help. If you need to leave something to find happiness, let go and let God. Alright, so what is the outcome? What is the outcome for us? What is the outcome in this message today? The Knight of Wands. Okay, so that's exciting, that's passionate. That's a desire coming in for you. This could be a literal fire sign coming in for you, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Or, and he's probably younger, maybe like in his 30s or so. But, yeah, Knight of Wands, he is coming in with a message of passion, of joy, of excitement, of desire. He might just, you know, want to come in, wham bam, thank you ma'am kind of thing with that little wand of his, you know, on his high horse. This guy, he thinks he's the shit. He is, he's more mature than a page, but he's definitely got that extreme wand fire energy, okay? He's probably really adventurous, but he might be a little reckless too. So basically, I mean, if that's a person, it could be a person coming in for you. Just know it's probably only going to be a temporary situation, unless that's the way you want to live your life. You want to live your life adventurous and full of excitement and just like living on a whim. Awesome, go for it. But I wouldn't expect it to last very long. If this is you, though, you might be finally opening your heart up a little bit and being willing to live, you know, by the seat of your pants and do something exciting and be getting into your own strength. Okay? You might be finally having a lust for life. You might be finally willing to just put the pedal to the metal. Hit that gas. Okay? Just try to reconnect with your joy, with your high energy self. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Get out of this funk, y'all. Get out of this funk. That's all this is saying. You can do it. You just have to recognize that it's you. You need to be the one to get out of the funk. Alright, let's go ahead and see. I've got to shuffle these in halves because I love the Empress Oracle by Jennifer at Soul Source Tarot. There's so many cards. We're going to see what they have to say. See if they confirm for us mama issues, children issues, reestablishing a connection to God. Alright, angels. What is it we need to know? Thank you. What is it we need to know? Thank you. Oh, there is an opportunity in the palm of your hand. That is excellent news. Thank you. Thank you. Alright. This could be with a Sagittarius, too. Who might be a younger Sagittarius, a younger woman. Okay, so let's go ahead and see. Opportunity is in the palm of your hand. You gotta take it. You gotta get out of your funk. Really acknowledge these choices that you have in front of you right now. Okay, this could be with a younger Sagittarius woman. Okay, this might mean you need to follow your Sagittarius energy. With this fire sign coming in, though, I mean, this very well could be a younger Sagittarius woman. If you have one in your life, might be your child, might be your daughter. I mean, there's no telling. It's interesting that it's the way these cards came out here. You might need to start taking advice from that younger fire sign. Could be a Sagittarius woman. Okay, try and line these cards up here for y'all. Do it this way. Make it easier to see. Alright, so then we have 444. Don't know off the top of my head. Could look up real quick what 444 means, what that angel number is, but that have some kind of relevance in your life right now. Let's see if we can look up what angel number 444 means. Angel number 444. Alright. The angel number 444 is assigned to keep preserving. Your angels have faith in you, so have faith in yourself. Everything is going according to the universe's divine plan. 4 is a symbol of strength and reliability. So if you're seeing 444, remember that you are capable of working hard and achieving great things. Okay, that's from WikiHow, just so y'all know. Not sponsored. So that's good to know. That's very good to know. So then we have, at the right place at the right time, your soulmate is not who you think it is. Okay? Keep that in mind. Your soulmate might be your child. Might be this younger Sagittarius, this younger fire sign. Could be your daughter. Being a younger woman. That's very interesting. And then we have winter. So winter might be relevant. Maybe something, on the floor, increase in money. So you might be receiving an increase in money in the winter. Maybe you're working with a younger Sagittarius woman and things are going to go in your favor. Maybe this is a person that is working with you at this time. Very interesting. Very interesting. Keep doing you, y'all. You're doing it well. All right. So let's go ahead and see what the angels want to tell us. With the angel wishes. What messages? Ooh, lots of messages. Thank you, angels. Okay. So we've got your loved ones want you to live the life you are destined for. See, and here you might be thinking you're having mama issues or children issues. No matter what, they want you to live your destined life. Don't listen to others as the messages you are receiving are correct. So listen to your gut guidance, intuition. Listen to yourself. Go within. Listen to yourself. Reanalyze. Stop listening to everybody on the outside. Stop worrying about what other people say. You know what's best for you. What seems impossible is possible. Believe. Believe that. It is possible. And we have when a feather floats down from above, an angel is showering you with love. The angel's business card. The feather. If you see a feather, just thank an angel. Alright, so let's go ahead and check out these Moonology cards for our final message today. If you're still here with me, thank you very much. I hope there are messages in here for you. I know there are. It's whether you're choosing to recognize them or not. So, Moonology cards. God, angels, ancestors, what messages do you have for us today? What messages do you have for us today, please? What messages? Alright, so we've got the waning moon. What do you need to release? Oh, one more card. Look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. Okay, so wow, hold on. Epiphany. So we have a younger woman in Sagittarius here, also in winter. Sagittarius season is also in the winter. And we have the full moon in Sagittarius. Look at the bigger picture. So, this card is also winter. Something big is coming this winter. Something big in Sagittarius season is coming your way. Something is going to be released for good. And it might even be a younger woman during Sagittarius season. She might be a Sagittarius who might be helping you increase your money, who might be your soulmate. You might be meeting your soulmate during the Sagittarius season in the winter. Once you release something, you're going to see the bigger picture. You're going to recognize the Sagittarius season, what your goals, dreams, aspirations are that you need to really jump for, what's really coming true for you, what you have in your life to be grateful for. Alright, let's go ahead and read and see what the waning moon has to say. On page 100. You need to let go of your blocks, according to everything that was said earlier in this message. Got a whole lot of blockages going on here. Alright, what do you need to release with the waning moon? The waning moon points to what's falling away. Life goes in cycles, and sometimes we need downtime or to let go. No matter when the moon cycle you pull this card, no matter when in the moon cycle you pull this card, it's a sign that a situation has peaked, for better or for worse, and it's time for you to go easier. It's the autumn and winter of the cycle. So what do you need to release? Almost certainly something from the situation you're asking about. This card can be very positive, but it can still be gently suggesting that you let something go and stop trying so hard. It's safe to let go and move on. Move forward with as little resistance as possible. This is not the time to start new projects. Releasing emotional baggage is recommended now. Say sorry to someone. Do energetic work as meditation or yoga. Soon you will see what lies ahead. Alright, so let's read the full moon in Sagittarius. Let go of that baggage. Let go of the baggage. If you want to move forward. I don't know who needs to hear this, but it's coming out for some reason. But, you know, when you leave a relationship, people can be very codependent, or people can be very independent and choose to isolate themselves. Right now it looks like people are choosing to isolate themselves if they're single. And you might be isolating yourself because you know you have healing to do. You don't want to move into a new relationship right away with any baggage. Because when you're bringing that baggage into a new relationship, you're going to eventually unpack that baggage in your new relationship, whether it applies to your new relationship or not. And that's not fair to your new relationship. That's not allowing you the opportunity to really, truly, genuinely connect with that new person if you are carrying all that baggage along with you. You need to get rid of the baggage in order to establish something new. Again, I don't know why that's coming out, but it is. Okay, so then we've got, look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius. Are you thinking too much about the details of your dilemma? Fretting over minute can be counterproductive. Or perhaps you're being all talk and no action. This card is a reminder that while it's good to think things through, sometimes you need to step back and look at the bigger picture. What do you then see about your current situation? What's the most positive thought you can have about it? Now is the time to count your blessings. Even if you don't yet have exactly what you want. This card is also a reminder that we often have to take a few risks and go with uncertainty on this journey called life. Try to keep an open mind about what's for the best. The universe can surprise you. Take time out for a mini break or an adventure. The situation may have come around because you've been distracted. Be confident without being overconfident to win the day. Have you shown that you care? If not, now is the time. Find a balance between speaking your mind and saying too much. The full moon in Sagittarius is a time when we are reminded that life is an adventure and there's a big wide world to see beyond our backyard. It's about having fun and being prepared to sail into uncharted territory. It's about big ideas versus the details. No matter when you draw this card, it encourages you to look at the bigger picture. Woo! There were lots of messages in here today. Thank you, God. Thank you, angels. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you out there for joining me. I hope the messages helped you out today as much as they did me. And if you liked what you saw and want to show me some love or make any comments for me, I always truly, genuinely appreciate that. And for now, wishing you a silly Saturday and much peace, love, hugs, and happiness. Bye.